Once upon a time, there lived a princess in a castle. She was really sad because she never got to go out in the tower and play. Mother Gothel said, "You can't go out of the tower, there are dangers out there." So Rapunzel said, "Oh, why can't I? It's so beautiful there. There are bunnies, there are rabbits. There's anything I can see. There's squirrels there. There are lots of animals that won't hurt me." So Mother Gothel said, "Don't ever ask to leave this tower again." And then Mother Gothel went out from the tower. And Rapunzel's hair, only he had magic hair because it lit up when she sang the song. So the song was very special. But when the song came, her hair was lit up and healed someone who got hurt. So it's just a special kind of hair I could make her glow her hair. So then Rapunzel never left the tower. She kept busy, she painted, she learned lots of things such as knit and cook. Rapunzel also had a pet named Chameleon Pascal. He kept her company. And then she thought, why can't I go out from this tower? I've been so busy here. And then she let down her magic hair, and then she flew down it. And Rapunzel even saw someone with spots. And she said, what is that? And it rolled into a hole. And can you change that one?
No, we don't edit these videos.
Change the part.
No.
It's the part.
What are you doing?
It's the part when I said something.
Okay, get back on there.
Okay.
What happened next?
And then Rapunzel kept thinking about seeing something cool. Like maybe a new animal, a new tiger, a new lion. That she walked and just hang out with all the animals. She never left the animals, so she just hanged out there. And then she heard something. And then she said, that's a crazy thing. And she looked all around until she saw someone standing in front of her. And then he walked back and didn't say anything to her. She said, "Come out, I know you're not afraid." And then he said, "Then you'll be afraid." And his voice sounded kind of different. And she noticed that voice. He said, "Come out, Robin." She knew his name. Then she said, "How do I know you?" He said, "Well, some kids don't know me, so you know me because you're a smart girl." And she said, "How do you know that?" And then they all had fun. They walked around and had fun. They even got to talk to the chameleon named Pascal, who always watched after them. Then they heard another sound, and Robin said, "Oh, sorry, that's my other part of the team." As he wandered away from her, she said, "What?" He said, "Come out." loudly with her voice. And he said, no, it's my friend. I have to stay with him all the time. And she said, well, I have someone you can talk to and play with and be a team. Who is it? He said madly to her. Then she didn't say anything to him. Then he came to her. And then she was not awake. She was asleep. He tried lots of loud noises. And then she didn't wake up. And he said, that was kind of weird. And he said this, come on, wake up. And she never ever waked up. So then he took a car, he drove all the way in circles. Then he went straight all the way straight. And he made a left turn. And then went around in circles again. And then he made a right turn. And there he was. And then the car moved by itself of driving the wheel. And he said, how was that doing it? Someone had special powers there. And he said, her hands were moving. You know, she was awake. And she always remembered she had power too. So the superhero said, that is so amazing. I want to have that power too. And then she said, you can get one, closing her eyes and blinking them at the same time. And she clapped her hands 3 times. And someone came there. It was all of those guys from Peter Pan. Like it was Peter Pan, Tinker and Wendy and Michael, Joe, and all those boys. And they said, how did she bring us here? And then they drove to the Batman mobile. They said, it looks dark and batty in here. Then he jumped up and he stayed there. And they said, he can't fly. So all of them said, he can't fly. He has Tinkerbell who has pixie dust. And he said that jumping on the bed, said, I can fly because I'm Peter Pan. Then they went to Neverland and they went to Captain Hook, who's the bad guy. Then they found her there and they said, can you help her? And then she woke up. And Peter Pan said, I guess I have powers that do that. So she went back to the tower. Standing there, Mother Gothel was there. She said, oh, I've really been looking all over for you. Then both of them went out to find the good guys. They had knives in their hand. They had swords in their hands. They wanted to get them. And then she dropped the sword and knife. They said, I'm not going to kill my friend. She said, why not? He's a bad guy. And they said, no, he's my friend. He's Robin. And Batman told me, I know his name, she said. Then she sings something. She sang this. Flower, lean, and glow. Let your power shine. Save what what has been lost. Bring back what once was mine. Heal what has been hurt. Change the face design. Make what, save what has been lost. Bring back what once was mine. And once was mine. Then her hair stopped glowing. Chameleon was there and waving his hand like this. He saw Robin. She took out her swords and knives, and then she picked up her sword and stabbed Mother Gothel. Mother Gothel was destroyed. Then she was a superhero. She can't believe it, she said. I am not a superhero. I'm a princess. Taking off it and putting back on her dress. Said, I'm not part of your team. I don't want to be a superhero. I want to be a princess. Then she went off, flied to a tower. So when she stopped, she went back. She went around in circles saying, I'm thinking. She thinks all over the place. She thinks left and right. She said, I have an idea. She said, oh, whoa, and lots of wolves came. They didn't swallow her. They didn't eat her. Because they were her friends. They're like, I'm here to help you with anything you need. So, then they scratched a walk and beaded a walk. I said, I'm going to scratch up. I'm going to scratch Captain Hook. I'm going to bite Captain Hook. I'm going to kick Captain Hook. I'll do anything to get Captain Hook. So, she went away to be their friends. Then she sewed up something. She made something with needle and thread. She did it until it was made. It had it on it, and it stands for a Robin gear. And then she painted something. She made something inside with light in it and robins in it. Do you know what robins are? They're some kind of birds. Not bats, they're just friendly birds. Just like I saw birds one day. So she sang a song, and her hair didn't glow. She looked at her hair, and she saw it was cut. Maybe Robin did it, she said. Then she looked at Mother Gothel. Then Mother Gothel cut her hair. She went, And then Mother Gothel disappeared. And she saw Mr. Cedric there, and she said, I just made a little magic. I made her. And then he got the amulet from Sofia, the good person. She's a girl who has friends like Minimus. She can talk to them. It's just the amulet. And one day, Amber, who's the jealous sister of her, never, ever, ever liked her. She took off her amulet. She really, really wanted it. Her throat sword. She was crying. She didn't know why she was crying. And then she heard a sound like this. And then she opened up the castle door. She's awesomer. She saw a lot of superheroes standing one in front of her. She looked in back. She saw more superheroes, and when she looked in back of her, she looked left, she saw more. She looked right, she saw more. She was like, oh. She went, oh, and then this is the worst day ever. Then she fell on the ground. And then they came walking to her, really close to her. They said, wake up, wake up, wake up. And no one came there. The king said, guards, get them. As they flipped and flipped. And then they disguised themselves. They made themselves guards. We did it. Look. Then they took off their disguises. Then they dressed themselves up like girls, so they would look like what? And then they never wear girl dresses ever, because they were like. So then they took off them and put another one, but to a snowman. They didn't like go off it, so they took it off. Just as I was like every one of them in the village and in the kingdom. So then they dressed themselves up like Barry Lick. He was the like castle, like he was the castle guy. He has a job for the castle. And then all of them were happy, and all of them never, ever stabbed the bad guys or killed the bad guys. I mean, they never, ever killed the good guys. And then the princess, no. Then she been friends, and they were superheroes. They lived happily ever after. The end.
That was the longest story ever.
Sorry, Dad.